Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto with one of the executive producers of Night of the Living Dead Live, George A. Romero. What makes Toronto a great city to open the adaptation of the film you made in 1968?
Well, first of all, I live here, and so I can get to the theater. No, it's wonderful. I mean, for the people that are really doing the work, you know, I'm one of the executive producers, but I'm not the hands-on guy. I'm not doing the stage work or anything else. They're doing the heavy lifting, and it's great that they actually wanted to do it here, open it here, and you know, we're hoping to take it on elsewhere. But Toronto is a great place to open, and we'll see what happens. We've got our fingers crossed.
What sold you on working with Chris and Phil and Marty at Nyctophobia Films?
Their pitch. Really, I mean, I only met them one time at a bar, and maybe I had too much to drink, but they said they were going to do something funky with Night of the Living Dead, and I said, wow, that's great. I love Shaun of the Dead, and I thought that it seemed like they were going to, you know, take it out into left field that way, instead of just trying to do a Night of the Living Dead on stage. And I thought that, well, that's probably the best way to do it. And that's what they have, exactly what they've done.
When you created and cast really strong female and diverse characters years ago, did you expect that to have the historical significance that it has today?
The fact is that the weakest female I've ever written was in Night of the Living Dead. And I wrote an entire remake of Night of the Living Dead, apologizing for that character. And in fact, the weakness of that character plays an important role in Night of the Living Dead Live, because it's satirized. Basically, Night of the Living Dead Live is a satire. The first act is a satire of Night of the Living Dead. The second act is way out there. And I have a gag order. I'm not allowed to speak about all the surprises in the second act.
Did you have fun when you were watching the show?
I had fun, yes.
What do you think fans will most enjoy about the show?
I think that they're going to get a lot of laughs out of it. That's basically what it is. Anyone who loves Night of the Living Dead, who really knows it, will appreciate many of the subtle references to the original. Anyone who doesn't know Night of the Living Dead at all will still be able to enjoy some of the elements that are purely comedic.
And as the godfather of zombies, what do you think of, what do you think of how zombies have evolved over time and how they are today?
I don't know that. Well, first of all, I mean, I go back to, you know, the early days when, you know, White Zombie and Bela Lugosi and Val Lewton. I think that maybe my zombies and maybe the ones in Carnival of Souls were the first ones that sort of came into the modern era. And now, forget it. I don't even know what happened. I mean, I made zombie movies for 20 years before zombies became really, really popular. Now, they're drooling all over the place. I mean, you know, they're everywhere. And I don't know exactly what caused that. I think it's really video games that made that happen. So many dozens of video games that are zombie games. And I think that's really what did it.
And what makes horror fans so special to you?
This is a tough question. No, horror fans, I mean, obviously horror fans are ones that, well, let me put this a different way. True horror fans really get involved and love the genre and love the subtleties of the genre. There are a lot of people that just, you know, horror has, it's just always been date movies. You know, I'll take my girl to see a horror movie so she'll hug me. You know, I don't want those fans. Those are not the fans that I'm looking for. I'm looking for fans that notice the politics in my film and like that. So.
And speaking of politics, when the original came out and had the political situation surrounding it at the time, and now the play is coming out, do you think that the politics of today having changed are going to affect the way the audience sees the play?
No, in fact, I don't think so. I think that the politics of today are almost like the politics of when we made the film in '68. Most people are not noticing the politics. I think that people are just sort of living their lives now and trying to have a good time. And you know, I don't. There's nothing particularly political in this play, except for references to what was in the original film. This is purely there to have a good time. And I think that's what's happening with audiences today. They're out for a good time. And that's what they want. And, you know, I don't think they're thinking about politics. You don't want to think about politics when you go into this, see this play.
What made you decide for the zombies to die that they had to be shot in the brain?
You know, I was writing a piece of fiction. I figured, well, how do you kill these? How do you possibly, there has to be a way to kill them. Otherwise, they will win. And so I said, well, you can't shoot them in the heart because the heart has already stopped. And so the brain is probably the engine that drives them. So I just invented that idea.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your success and best of luck with the play.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto. Why did you choose
the brains are not? All I can say is that. They wrote them out.
Oh.
No, I don't know if you did that at my request or whatever, but my zombies have never eaten brains.
Exactly. That's a later thing. There's a whole subculture of people that are brain eaters. They eat the bodies and then
But I mean, like, why did the zombies have to be stabbed in the brains as opposed to like another organ?
Shot in the brain.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shoot the brain.
Yeah.
Shoot the brain and you kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I was writing a screenplay. I was writing a piece of fiction, and I said, how would you kill these things? Yeah. How would you kill them? Shoot them in the toe? No, you got to shoot them in the brain. So that's all.
Okay.
I invented that the first time when I wrote the first screenplay, and that was it. So that became thing. But, you know, in most of the video games, it's not the brain. It's just shoot them anywhere and they'll go down.
Did you contemplate any other organs, like the heart or the lungs?
I thought the heart didn't make any sense anatomically. I mean, you know, because the heart would have stopped.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I think that answers it. Perfect. We got it. Great.